Pillar number one of the 7 pillars to 6 figures. What we are going to learn in this module, we are going to learn what is pillar number one of the 7 pillars to 6 figures that you need to build a successful business. And I want you guys to be making notes. If I were you, I will have a notebook set aside strictly for my 7 pillars to 6 figures workshops that you're going to be doing. You're going to be getting 7 of them. It's not a masterclass, it's a workshop. Big difference. So I'm going to go into details. What is the pillar number one of the 7 pillars to 6 figures that you need to build your business? Then we are going to talk about the strategy of preeminence. What exactly is that? And how does that apply to your building a sustainable 6-figure business online? Then we're going to be talking about why do you need to have a strategic mindset? Because I don't tell you to do anything without explaining to you why you need to do it. Because some coaches, they just tell you go do this, they don't give you the rationale. So your brain is not connecting to it, and that way you don't think it's important for you to do. So I'm going to explain to you why you need to have a strategic mindset. Then we're going to talk about what exactly is this strategic mindset and how do you get it. And then in that process, I'm going to be explaining to you the 5 critical blocks that you need to erect pillar number one in your internet business. Every pillar I want you to have in your mind, and that's how I'm selling this to you. I want you to have in your mind that you are building a building. Your building is your business. Before you start doing anything, you have to first, after your foundation, then you have to erect the pillars. The foundation is what you have been getting in the inner circle. All this training about how to make money online, what is available out there, what are the 20 ways you can make money with ChatGPT. All of that is your foundational, easing you into the digital business. Now you have decided you want to build one. So you want to imagine that these 7 pillars, they are like pillars in your own house that you are building. Without those pillars, your house cannot stand. That is why you are not making consistent income right now. Sometimes you make 1,000, sometimes you make 100, but you don't have any consistency, and you cannot really pat yourself on the chest and say, I have a business. Because your business doesn't even have a name right now. Okay? So those 7 pillars are critical. Then each pillar, remember when you are doing building, each pillar, you use blocks to erect a pillar. So each of the pillars we are going to be talking about have their own blocks. This one has 5 blocks that must be included for you to say my pillar is erected. I hope you guys are following me. This is me making this thing as brutally clear as possible. And then I'm going to end this session by how the top income earners have been applying it and how you also can apply it into your business. Am I offline? Somebody say I'm offline. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay. So what I need you guys to do for me is that you understand what you are going to be learning. I'm just giving the preamble now. If you get that, I need you to give me a 1 now. I want to be sure everybody is following me. And when I ask you to do something, please, we are in a workshop now. I need you to participate. It don't matter if it is mundane to you. Just do it anyway because your coach asked you to. I need everybody. Okay. All right. I see Parenting has done it. Funke has done it. Fumbi has done it. Shari has done it. Funke has done it. Eric has done it. Fantastic. So we are all on the same page. Now let's get to actually showing you. All right. So the first thing I want everybody to do, all right, if you can do it right now, I will tell you to do. I will say go do it. If you cannot do it, if it will distract you, I want you to write it down, jabraham.com. You download the Strategy of Preeminence. I cannot even explain it anywhere close to the man. This guy, by the way, in case many of you don't know who he is, that is the father of digital business. He is daddy to people like Mike Filsame, to people like Grant Cardone. When they see this man, they kneel down and raise up their 2 hands. He is the daddy of all of us. You may not have heard of him, but those of us who are in the game, we know that this is daddy. Okay? J. Abraham, you probably won't hear of him unless you are operating at the top levels of business. Gary Anderson cannot stand in front of this man. He will kneel down. he will raise up his two hands. That is how daddy this man is. So that you know, the man does not consult for any business who has not done $5 million the previous year. He doesn't deal with small boys. So what he has done to assist many of us is that he actually put out all his very expensive products for free. That's when you know that got to the whole level. He doesn't care about you, about whether you hire his service. You know you cannot. So what he has done is he has given you some of his best products for free. If I were you, I would download as many of his products I can still find on his site. I don't know if he's taking them down now. I got mine 5, 6, 7 years ago. And some of them he used to sell for $1,000, including even video training, some $5,000. Then he just decided one day he's going to just give everybody away for free because his clients who hire him, his figures, his consulting is in the high 6 figures to consult for your company. So he won't even take your job if you have not made at least $5 million the previous year. You might be asking yourself, why will a company that is making $5 million, why would they need anybody? You'll be surprised. They want to go to 50 million. They want to go to $100 million. And to get there, the mindset that got you to $5 million is not what will get you to 100 million. That is why all of us have coaches. That's why I have a coach. That's why my coach has a coach. That's why his own coach has a coach, because everybody's trying to go to the next level. And the level you are in, if you want to go to the next one, you need another coach to help you there. So I want everybody to go download that at the Strategy of Preeminence. You don't need to do it now if it will distract you, but you must have it. And it's not something you're going to rush. Okay? If you ask Lee will tell you for about 2 weeks, she has been reading it. It's a small document, but it is something you have to digest. So take your time. It's the first book I want to recommend to you. It's not mine. I myself, I go over it again and again when I'm losing my way. I had to read this thing again 2 months ago when I realized that I've gone out of all my strategy for the last 2 years. I've been lost in the wilderness of a shiny penny, and I brought myself back. This book is one of the things that helped me to refocus my entire business just 2 months ago. So get it, and it will be a blessing to your life. So how will I define J. Abraham's strategy of preeminence? Remember, I'm describing for you what the man said, and you can read it yourself and understand it better by reading the book yourself. It is free. So, but here is the summary. Doing business in a focused, coherent, and result-oriented manner for your customers that surpass what anybody else is doing in your space. So Eric and Funke, by the way, if you lose me, quickly send me a message on WhatsApp. I have that open so that I'm not just talking and then nobody's hearing me. Funke, are you there? Can you hear that? Eric, do you guys get that? Please acknowledge.
Yes, I copy.
All right. Okay. So the strategy of preeminence is doing business in a focused, coherent, and result-oriented manner for your business that surpass what all others are doing in your space. Basically, it means bringing it bigger and better than your next guy. It's just what it is. Okay? Strategy of preeminence is not theory. It is a proven strategy. And what is the summary I got from it? Again, take your time later to read the book. Don't rush it. It's not nobody is. You're not doing an assignment for someone. Don't do it in one day. Make sure you read it Friday. You have 5 days, so devote maybe 1 hour to it a day. It's not a big book. I don't think it's more than 12 pages. Okay, so it's not like you can read it in an hour and understand. But I'm even giving you a whole week. Read it and read it over. Read it and read it over. Trust me, this is part of the mindset that will make you great. So here's my own summary from it that you can learn right now before you go read for yourself. You have to learn to refer to everyone as your client, not customer. When you read the book, you understand why. Because when you are thinking customer, you are thinking about how to get money from them. When you are thinking client, you want to get results for them. Because as a lawyer, I understand this better. Because we have clients, we don't have customers. Because your client, until you get them the desired result, you have not done your job. One way, win or lose, you have to take them to the end of the journey. That's what you do for clients. But a customer, you sell products. and you really don't care whether they use it well or whether it benefits them. When you go to the market and you buy Panadol, the person who is selling it sells it to you, you walk away. Whether you take the tablet or whether you take it and it works, the man does not care. When you buy McDonald's, you're a customer, you're not a client. They tell you it's $9.97 for the lunch. You pay your money, they give you the product, and then you go away, and they're waiting for the next guy. But if the person, if it's your client comes to you because they are looking for a desired result. So when you start thinking about your client like that, then you know you're focused on desired result. Just like all of you right here now in the elite class, we have to decide whether we even want to call this elite class or we call it the 7-pillar club. Which one is even better? Let's do that quickly. Do you prefer 7-pillar club because that sounds really prestigious, or do you want us to keep calling it the elite circle? Which one do you guys want? We haven't locked anything down yet. I can still make changes if I have to. Right now it's the elite circle, but you want to call it the 7-pillar club so that 7 pillar sticks in your head. But whatever you want, we can. I need you guys to vote for me quickly. Okay, Funke wants elite. Come on, guys. I want you to be sharp on your keyboard. Type quickly. Okay. Okay. Everybody likes elite. Okay. So let's keep moving then. Okay. So you want to refer to your clients just like you guys, my elite circle members. You are my clients. You want to build an online business. So I can't just sell you the package. For instance, the 7 pillars to 6-figure training, which you are going to get access to in the elite access area of the website. In fact, it's already there. Believe it or not, that's all I sell. Listen to me again. That's all I sell for $1,997 to customers. I don't give them any other training. I don't do challenge. I don't say, come and submit your stuff to me at the back. They just pay me the money. Most of them, I give a 50% discount. So I sell, in truth, $997. This same 7 pillars to 6-figure training is my biggest selling product outside of Launchify 360, which is the same really. The Launchify 360 is just tilted towards those who want to create software. But the 7 pillars to 6 figures, anybody can adapt that. But they are basically the same training. And people buy it and they go. Some, very few, have success with it. The more aggressive ones who are going to implement. But most don't do anything with it. Just like a customer, you buy stuff, you buy a book, you buy a course, you are going to put it somewhere. Even when you go through it, the minute you run into a problem, you forget it. That is me thinking about them as a customer. So this pivot is now thinking about everybody that can pay me that $3,000 or $5,000, depending on when you are watching this, because we're going to be replacing the videos with the new ones. I'll take out the old one as soon as we do it and put a new recording there. All right. You are paying me that for a specific result. You want to build an online business that can be scaled to 6 figures a year after you graduate. So basically, you are looking at maximum 2 years. 1 year for the training, and then 1 year to grow it to 6 figures. This first year, you get the training. Then next year, you graduate to the alpha if you wanted me to do one-on-one with you in helping you to scale it. That's the result you want. So when I'm thinking of you as a client now, I know that until you do that, or until I give you enough opportunity to be able to do that, I've not done my work. So that is strategy of preeminence. And that's why you see me building all this structure to make sure I give you the best. That's why I went to get a coin. I didn't want to do a token again. I've done a couple that I didn't like my results. But I know that I need a token to gamify. I can't go be sending you $1 or 20 cents, right? If you are doing your work well. But it's better to send it in a token. Oh, for those who submit the assignment today, you are going to get 2 Bitcoins. That's easier for me than to say I'm going to send you 20 cents to your account. So I have to go back to token. And that's why we created the Beast token that I'm still expecting all of you to support, because the more value that token has, the better for all of us. So, but the point is, it's part of it to make sure I get you a result. So you are also going to be doing the same thing in your business. So you also have to take a position. You have a point of view or perspective. You cannot be a generic guy. They don't have to like your opinion. They don't have to like the way you stand, but you have to stand for something. My own position is that everybody has to do the work to get rich. You're either going to do it my way or the highway. That's my position. I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to be feeling sorry for you. I'm here to get you a result. That's my position. You will take the one that is appropriate to your niche. There are some niches that you are in where being over empathetic is what will get them the result. Okay, so don't think that you have to take my approach. In my own approach, taking no excuses is what will get my clients the results I want. Because the minute you start excusing them, no matter how genuine the excuses, you are giving them permission not to grow. That's why, for instance, I looked like I was brutal to Shara, for instance, even though she went through a very, very trying time. I didn't give her any excuse to dodge that. I simply told her, I don't care. You go to get this done. It's part of my positioning. So you also have to take one. Now, if your niche is not suitable to what I'm doing, please do not do it. Okay? Do the one that is suitable for your industry. Okay? Future pacing. You have to take your client into the future. Your clients came to you because they want you to take them to a future that is in their mind. They want to become six-figure parenting experts. They want to become six-figure course creator. They want to become six-figure forex trader. Whatever it is that they shared with you when you are now talking about niche and ideas, your job is to take them there, show them a path to that. And you can learn from what I'm doing with you, because that's what you are going to do with your clients. I showed you the 7 pillars we are going to build that will take you to where you want to be. And I told you on a good day, by 7 weeks, you will have a proper structured business. But if you don't get it in 7 weeks, you have another 7 weeks to learn it over. So basically, we're going to do that like 4 or 5 times a year before your membership for this year runs out. And hopefully, you can then have your 7 pillars erected. That's future pacing, showing you how you can start getting money as soon as you get this done. So you also have to have that line in your own business. We are talking about strategy of preeminence. You are going to read it yourself. I'm telling you the bare essentials of it. You must have a higher purpose. Everything cannot just be money, 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 money. All right, that is where I'm a little bit different from a. Now, it doesn't mean I don't want money. Of course I want money. I'm going to charge you money. There are some courses I'm going to run. I'm going to make you pay for it. $50, $100, $200, whatever. That is really outside of the curriculum that I've already painted for you. Okay, maybe I want to do a Facebook mastering workshop. I'm going to charge for that, and I'm going to make you pay for it. Or I may say, okay, maybe if you're in the honor roll, maybe you are a unicorn, you don't need to pay, stuff like that. But the point is, everything should not be money. That is why you see me at coffee. I even do coaching them. Money is the coffee and the money is not supposed to be for coaching. But I know people come there, it's hot in their mind. They want to solve this problem. It's all part of me taking the strategy of preeminence. In some places that I've joined, without mentioning names, because this is not about me, the marketing of my coaches, when you ask a question in a particular, like a coffee, they'll tell you, no, you have to go sign up for one-on-one coaching to get the answer to that. I don't think that's the strategy of preeminence. Okay, you have to know it's not just about money with your clients, and also teach your clients that it's not about money. What is their higher level? What is the transformation they're trying to give? They're trying to get. So you, as a fearless netpreneur, which is really your graduation when you're done, I'm going to call you officially fearless netpreneurs. You want to have a higher purpose to what you are doing. It cannot just be about making money. It has to be about transforming lives. It doesn't mean you will make money in the process, but that should be secondary. And I love what Zig Ziglar always says, that you can get everything you want as long as you are willing to help as many people as possible to get what they want. That's what a higher purpose is. I want to help all of you to become, to get what you want, which is have a sustainable 6-figure business. Even if you don't get it to 6-figure at the end of year 1, there is potential, and you have your trajectory to get there. If I can help you do that, I will get what I want, because then I'm going to get better testimonials. I'm going to get you to scale up into alpha. Alpha is right now is $5,000. Maybe by the time you are ready, it's $10,000 a year for you to be in my alpha group, which is one-on-one. Actually, 12,000. That's what I'm looking at, which is $1,000 a month. But if you achieve your purpose with the elite, there'll be no problem with you say, okay, let me go to this man's alpha class, because you will have received value. See? So I get what I want. My goal will be, by the time I'm done in the next 3-4 years, I want to have 100 people in that alpha. Just alpha alone can be making me $100,000 a month. But I'm not going to get there if I don't graduate at least 1,000 people from my elites who will say, I got the results. I'm making money now. Before I joined Dr. Ope Banwo, I was not even making $1,000 a month. Now I'm doing $5,000. Now I'm doing $10,000 a month. I'm never going to get anybody to pay me $1,000 a month if I'm not helping you to get to where you need to get. That's what it means by higher purpose. And also, everything will not be just about money with you. It's getting them results, making them into better citizens, caring about them, even as you maintain your hard stance, like I did with Shara. I was very hard with her in class, but I still touched base with her offline. We still chatted. I even still prayed with her, prayed for her, all of that. I say higher purpose to everything. Everything is not money. But while you are doing business, of course, your business have to be to be followed. Hopefully, you guys get that. You're going to get more of that when you read the book yourself. Consider yourself a leader. The client begs to be led. That is part of the strategy of preeminence. You have to operate as a leader. Don't just say, oh, they paid you money, you don't care. No, you have to be a leader, meaning that you have to lead by example. Me that I'm telling you guys that you have to spend minimum 2 hours a day if you already have a full-time job on your business. If you don't have a full-time job that is paying you well, then you have to spend minimum 4 hours a day in your business. If I'm going to be a leader, I have to model that. That's what we call being a leader. You can't be sleeping and doing nothing and then be telling people they have to do that. Yes, you don't owe it to them, but you are not being a leader. Also, you have to have progressive knowledge in your area, because people, your clients, they are looking for leaders. And being a leader means you know more than the people you are leading. It doesn't mean you are an expert. It simply means you study yourself approved. You make sure you are always looking out for the new things in your niche. That way, you can be a leader. You do things leaders do. That is why you are not going to have a choice. By the time you are with me 2-3 months, you have to be running rooms on places like Clubhouse, places like Twitter. You will pick your best place. It doesn't have to be Clubhouse. You might decide that it's Facebook Live you like. You might decide that it's Twitter. You might decide that it's Instagram. But you're going to have to pick one place at least where you run rooms regularly. If it's not every day, it's going to be at least once a week. We are going to agree. It's going to be part of your plan. You know why? Because those who are running rooms are the leaders, top left. Everybody who comes to that room consider you a leader in that field. It's all part of the strategy of preeminence. And people will patronize you when they perceive you to be a leader. The client begs to be led. At whatever level they are, I am begging to be led in the area of gamification and monetization of online communities. And I saw Gary Anderson as one of those. Why? Because the man opens rooms every day, sometimes 2 times a day on Clubhouse. And then he comes to Discord, he opens another room. He's doing stuff that I'm not even aware existed. So that in my mind, Gary Anderson is a leader in the area of online community monetization. I've said it to his face, I don't think he's better than me on many other areas. I have more fans than him on Twitter, more than him on Facebook, more than him on Instagram. I have far accomplishments as a lawyer and then even as a digital business coach. But when it comes to monetizing online communities, managing it, structuring it, I don't know 10% of what that guy knows. And how do I know that? I see him talk about it every day. Every time I go to his room, I learn something new. That is what makes me believe that this guy is a leader. That's why I can pay him $1,000 just to be in his own so-called inner circle. He calls that supporters. He calls that creators. That's $1,000. Then to get into his builder unit is another $5,000. Then to get into his whale stuff is about $10,000. Because you have to buy so many NFTs and you have to buy so many Gary coins, both combined about $10,000. That's $16,000 right there. I have paid that, guys. plus to get the his platform, the one that I'm giving you guys free, the Bismatic equivalent, which is his own social connector. To get the one that I use to manage everything, that's not the ones you guys have. You have the free version. The one I got is $5,000. So add it all up. That is $21,000 I've paid to one man in about 30 days. You think I have that cash lying around? Especially with my finances being battered the way it is. My running expenses every month by itself is more than $20,000. So any month that I'm doing less than $30,000 in income, I'm taking money from savings. And I've been doing that for over a year now. Because GSTAS alone costs almost that. Just to maintain GSTAS as an app. That one is my albatross right now. It's over my neck. I don't know what to do with it. But I still was able to find that 21K and pay him because he's a leader in the area I want to go. And if he doesn't keep growing, 6 months from now, I may not consider him a leader. Maybe I'll consider myself above him if I'm doing better. So he himself knows that. So he's always coming up with new things. When I was in his room today, the new things he said blew my mind away. If he had been charging again, I probably would have paid him more money. I hear you guys might be saying, am I crazy? You pay someone 21K, you're going to be paying. Yeah, you will pay. You are focusing on the money, not on what you are getting. The client begs to be led. When they find a leader who can take them, they will pay him whatever they need to pay to get there. That's what I am doing. And that's what I'm going to be expecting you to do. And that's what you will be doing. Don't worry about it. You will not pay me unless I'm not a leader, or what I'm asking you to pay for makes no sense. And your people will not pay you if you are not a leader. So the strategy of preeminence, you have to make yourself a leader. And we're going to be talking more about that. I'm a leader. I've said several. You got to do what you say you're going to do. You got to be in their face every day as a leader. That means you have to host rooms. You have to be in rooms contributing. You have to help your guys to get to the next level. Those are things that you are going to get to be a leader to whatever client that you have. All right? You want to fall in love and have massive empathy for the client. Because if you don't fall in love with them, you are not going to go out of your way. And it's in your own interest to be in love with your clients because they are the ones paying your bills. And when a client is happy, if a client is feeling loved, and what I mean by love, I'm not talking about those over erotic stuff, I'm talking about you really caring about them, caring about their personal welfare, caring about their business welfare, even when you are stressing them to be better. That is why Shara came back. She left, right? Because she felt that it was just a bit too much for her. But she could feel the love. She felt that I really genuinely cared about her and her business. You must have empathy for them, even when you're not giving them an excuse. I mean, I'm assuming that you are taking my type of position. Like I said, your own niche might be an empathy one, where you have to cry with your client all the time, hold their hand even when they are crying, help them to cry. I don't know if your niche is in counseling and stuff like that. That's what you have to do. I don't know. I'm not a counselor. But you got to do what you got to do to give your clients the result they want. Okay. After all, there's this girl that is making. There's this girl that is making a lot of money just being empathetic to men. You guys might say, "Oh, those guys are useless." These are millionaires. This girl charges. I don't know if you read that in. She charges $20,000, not 2,000, guys. $20,000 to be a companion to men online. So this is not even anything sexual. For rich guys who are lonely, they have a wife who doesn't care about them, or they have people who only want from them, who don't consider their feelings. And these guys say, "I'll be whatever you want for the whole day." It's not even a month. I was reading that and my mind was blown away. So what this girl does is that whatever you want her to be, if you want her to just listen to you, she said most of them, what they want to do is just somebody to watch movie with them. I would have laughed if I've not seen men like that, who are rich, but nobody really, their wives, maybe they're so rich, their wife is too busy doing charity work, or their wife don't respect them anymore. Maybe they grew up together. Maybe they made the money together. So the wife really doesn't serve their ego the way they want their ego to be served. There's no man that doesn't want their ego stroked. I don't care what they tell you. Okay, but when you get a wife who really doesn't dote on you anymore. She doesn't really care how you eat. She just cooks the food, just puts it on the table and disappear. By the way, guys, girls that are here, those are the kind of things that can kill your husband quickly. You guys are worrying too much about whether she has a side chick or no side chick. Why do you think they went to get a side chick? You should be asking yourself, especially if they are old, because how much sex can an old man do? That's just a fact. I'm being very brutally frank right now. So if you have an older husband that is doing side chick, you got to ask yourself the question: why are they doing that? Why are they looking for younger girls? It's not because they can have even more viral sex. Girls actually are more sexy when they are in their 40s. It has been proven. So it can't be that. I don't want to go into King Glue's dating or no dating, but those are important stuff. So for that niche, that person's niche is empathy, is to let them feel comfortable in their excuse. So don't think that your position has to be same thing as mine. This is why I'm trying to make that difference. So if you're in that kind of niche, you can't take my type of position where they give you an excuse, you're telling them that's an excuse. No, they are paying you to listen to their excuses. That's the transformation they want. They already made a lot of money. They are unhappy in their marriage. They're just looking for somebody to talk to. Even though whatever they're going to talk to you might be bullshit, they want somebody who can listen. Somebody who can say, well done. You have done great this week. It's okay. It's going to be better. Let's watch a movie together. That's what they pay $20K for. So you can't then go there and they are telling the guy, you're just giving an excuse. Don't blame your wife. It's your problem. Go tell your wife, go do this to make your wife happier. Because it might really be the fault of the guy. But that's not your job if you're in the empathy business. Again, I'm spending too much time unnecessarily on this, but it's important for you guys to know that take a position I'm talking about is specific to niches. You got to find what is a working position for you. Enough of that. Now you have to create clarity, focus, and certainty for your clients. Very, very important. You have to create clarity. Oh, hold on a second here. This Mr. Ebro is just a problem. Okay. Let me share the link with you. Somebody find the link and share it. Yeah, the link is there. Bishop, are you here? I have to take some time out to go give this man the thing because he won't let me rest. When this is over now, he'll be disturbing me. I will not be able to do, and I don't really want to be nasty to him. He's a bishop. So let me just make sure he gets the opportunity to be here. It's buzzing me on WhatsApp again that I can't find a place.
I sent him the link.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So I've sent it to him to myself now. All right. So create clarity, focus, and certainty for your clients. That's what they are looking for. That's why they came to you. Okay. Create clarity, focus, and certainty for them. A lot of them do not have clarity in their business. A lot of them does not have clarity of focus. They think they do. A lot of them do not have certainty in what they should be doing. They're just guessing. They're like, maybe, maybe not. And it happened to me too, by the way, so that you understand this. When I had my first strategy meeting, which is the equivalent of this for Gary, but because of the 1,000 a month that you are paying kind of thing, it was a one-on-one thing. And then when we got on the call, it was within a few minutes, it was able to clarify for me that I don't have clarity in what I want to do. I thought I did. Then he made it very clear, no, you are still burning yourself everywhere. If you really want to get transformation for your guys, focus on business. Everything you want to do, let it be about business so that people can see themselves ascending from inner circle to elite to alpha and above. And that way you can be creating product. When you see me create products now, I'm going to have in my mind, am I creating this product for inner circle? Or am I creating it for alpha? When I'm doing trainings, even the trainings I expect them to pay for that is outside of the norm, and we're going to have some of those. I have to be honest with you, because that's also how I make extra money, and that's how I also give you value outside of what you paid for. Let it be relevant to one or two or three of your niches. That is when he started to knock off some of my stuff. That, okay, why is this one? Why are you doing this? And I could not answer him. That's when I realized that I had no clarity. It took 2 meetings. before I got the level of clarity that I got right now. Okay, is my audio muffled? Is it muffled? Oh, my audio is bad. Wow.
Yes, my audio is bad.
All right. Everybody mute yourself when you're not talking. Hopefully, for the last 1 minute, just for the last 1 minute. But it has been good before then. Okay, cool. Yeah, sometimes my internet just goes off in this basement that I'm in. Maybe that's the problem. So I'll repeat a little bit. So every time I go off like that, just type in the chat. So even if you can't hear me, type in the chat rather. So that way we are all looking at it here. Okay. So what I've been saying is that I talk about falling in love with and having empathy for your clients. It is very, very important. What empathy is in your niche is going to be different from niche to niche. That's what I spent a lot of time on. For those who want to build online businesses, you're the kind of empathy you want to have is different. You're going to fall in love with them, but you're not going to let them give excuses because they are where they are because they kept giving excuses. But there are some niches where giving them, letting them indulge their excuses might be the best option for them for you to get them the value that you want. All right, enough of that. I think most of you got that. Then I'm talking about creating clarity and focus and certainty for your clients. A lot of them do not have clarity of where they want to go. Just like you see me, even as an aside, already working with Lee. Lee thought she had the clarity when she started hanging around me about a month. Every day you can see the thing getting a little bit more focused. And that's your job too for your clients. My first meeting with Gary, he set me straight. I realized that as big as I am, though I was having plenty of success, already doing more than 6 figures a year in my business, without doubt, I still lack a lot of clarity, especially when it comes to business that I want to do. That's why I'm still in that coaching. All right. So, well, it is what it is for me. So we are talking about falling in love with your client and having massive empathy for the client. That simply means you are caring about them and their business and their personal life. Falling in love is not being soapy. Love is making sure people get what they need, not what they want. Okay? Some people want to be lazy. Allowing them to indulge that laziness is not love. That is irresponsibility. I don't do that for my children. So when I say fall in love, I'm not talking about whatever they tell you, you accept and you just cuddle them. If it is bullshit, you call it. That's love. If it is bullshit, you call it out. Especially if your business is in helping them get transformation in their business. But if your niche is different, where you have to be rubbing people on the head and hugging them, if that's what your niche is, if that's what people are paying you money for, then your empathy is like that. Enough of that. Now you need to help clients create clarity, focus, and certainty. Okay? Create clarity, focus, and certainty for your clients. Very, very important, because if they don't have clarity, you cannot take them anywhere. And Fumbi, if you are recording this, maybe you want to start the recording back in case you stopped so that you can get it off in case my own is not recording. All right. I know somebody was trying to help me with the recording too. Okay. So clarity, and I was sharing about how we all assume we have clarity until you get a coach that is going to help you look at it. I thought I had clarity until I spoke to Gary, my coach on this community team, and he was able to help me get better clarity and focus and certainty on what I want to get and what I want to give to you guys as my clients. So you have to do the same. Don't be a commodity. Be value-based. When you are giving value, it doesn't matter how much you charge. When you give a commodity, that's when they compare it to what others in the outside place are charging. So when I say, for instance, my elite has gone to $3,000, I'm not trying to get you to compare it to what somebody else is charging. I'm telling you the kind of value I'm giving, and I've said I'm charging $3,000 right now only until I get it rolling. By the time I finish the first 7 weeks, definitely it's going to be at $5,000, but that is where my coaching was. for 60 days. It was $5,000 for 60 days. So there's no reason why I would do $3,000 for a year. It makes no sense. But I did that because I know that the first set of clients who are going to be starting this new business with me, they may have to do a lot of trial and error. So for that, I'm compensating them by charging just $2,999. But after that, over the next 7 weeks, that's October, definitely my elite class is going to be $4,999 a year, and it's going to be $499 a month for those who want it. So it's not about commodity, it's about value. And I'll be able to demonstrate I can give them more than $5,000 worth of value in a year. Now, I'm not comparing myself to anybody's program. I'm not comparing. So you also want to be like that. Because when you start competing based on price, not on what you consider to be the value that you're giving, okay, not based on the value that you're giving, you already lose. I'm not going to say because somebody who's like me is not charging 4,000, I'm going to go reduce my own from 5,000 to 4,000. That's not being value based. The question is, are you giving value to justify the money you are charging? After all, Johnny Cochran probably charged $5 million, $10 million to OJ to defend him. He's just a lawyer. It's just a case. We have done murder cases that is not even 10% of that we charged. And we see one just like him. But murder case is murder case. That's the value he puts to himself. So you also have to set your value. And don't let other people dictate how much you want to charge for your stuff. Yeah, you don't overcharge based on the value you are giving and based on the commodity, based on the community that you are servicing. You also have to look at their pocket. That is why you guys see me pivoting out a little bit from the African market, because I know that very few of them can afford to pay me $5,000. And that's what I want to charge for my elite circle. I don't want to compromise that. But at the same time, the way Nigerian money has gone, that's a lot of money for them. But I'm not going to reduce my price because I want to accommodate them. Then I'm cheating my business. I'm operating on a commodity basis. It has to be value. It's either you can pay me or you can't. And if you can't, I need to go look for the market that can pay me, which is African diaspora. They are my number one focus now. And then Black Americans, number two. And then whites as number three. Why? Because those are the people I attract. Diasporans, African diasporans in London, in UK, in US, and all that, I resonate with them, and they are in a position to be able to find the money. If they don't have 5K, they can charge it. I charge some of mine to Gary. I didn't have $21,000 cash. Nobody has cash like that. I had to go get my credit card, and I charged it. So I know abroad, people have those options. So same way with you. You fix your value, and then those who cannot afford my elite, they can at least enjoy the inner circle. I'm leaving that one for a lot of Africans to enjoy that, because that also has amazing value to it. It has over $1,000 worth of value every month that you get. Are you seeing what I'm saying now? But my value is my value. That's what I'm giving. It's not a commodity. I'm not going to reduce it because people can buy it. So same way with you. We are going to help you get to that when we get to your products and your pricing. It's only a matter of time before money changes hands. So start giving value immediately. See me, I put that one in red. Very, very important. Some of you, the mindset that you have right now, remember, I don't want you guys to forget, we are doing a workshop on the netpreneur mindset, a strategic mindset, which is pillar number one. We are building, this is even the foundation of that pillar. We're just digging the ground. For that pillar, we're going to put the five blocks on it in a minute. This is strategy of preeminence is the foundation for pillar number one. On that is what you're now going to build the 5 blocks that makes your pillar. Get this right. Don't think money first. Some of you will not give value unless somebody pays you money first. And I'm telling you, that is not the strategy of preeminence, which is the foundation for your pillar number one that we're discussing. When you keep giving value, it's just a matter of time before money changes hands. You heard Donald just talk about that. He has been following me for years or months. He has seen me give value, whether it's politics that I'm discussing, whether it is crypto I'm discussing. He has been watching me silently give value. So it was just a matter of time before he paid me £2,000. That's what he paid for whatever, with the discount, I did give him 30% discount. Otherwise, it would have been 2,999. But I didn't have to persuade him much for him to pay that. And the rest of you have paid, even Bishop and all of these guys. All of you, Lee. Lee had to look for that money before the price went up. Not that she had the cash. Nobody has cash in America. You have to go look for card or somewhere, but she found it. Why? Because she followed me for weeks and has been getting value from me. You also have to be like that. Don't be all about the money initially. It's just a matter of time. When you give value, you give value, you give value. At a point will come when you ask for the money. Even without asking, people will ask you, do you have a coaching program? Do you have a product you can sell to me? But what I see out there for those who don't have the strategy of preeminence is that they look at you and they see money, how they collect money from you. And that ultimately, I'm not going to say it fails. You will make money, but you are not going to get respect in the market. And people are going to be quick to call you a scammer if things don't work. But people have followed you for a while. They've seen a lot of value. Even if what then sold to them is not working as well as they had expected when they bought, they will give you that benefit of doubt. That, okay, no, this guy is not just about the money. I've followed him for 6 months. He's been giving great value without charging. So if I paid him now and this thing is not working out well, maybe he needs to work on it, but I know that he tried his best. That is the attitude I want you guys to create in your own clients. So don't hesitate to give your book away for free. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, don't say, oh, I'm giving money away. No, I give a lot of my books away for free. And I just told you, most in the elite, I probably will give you access to all my books, all of them. I'm trying to decide whether that should be for the elite or whether that should be for the alpha. Because if I give you all of that, what will I give to alpha? So I have to really brainstorm that. But as much as possible, I'm going to give you as amazing value as I can get. Why? Because sooner or later, I need to change hands. That is the strategy of preeminence. I want to encourage you to read the book for yourself. You might understand it even better. This is my own 6 or 9 takeaways from the strategy of preeminence. It is not my strategy. I learned it from the man called J. Abraham. And that is what Mike Filsaime, Grant Cardone, even Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins himself, as big as he is, if he sees J. Abraham, he kneels down with his 2 hands up, because that is daddy for all of us. I think J. Abraham is probably over 70 now, but that is daddy. Himself and maybe that guy that died. Even then, what's his name? The marketing guy, the big marketing guy that died, he himself will give the edge to J. Abraham in terms of value. So go get the book. Read it, digest it. Don't just do it in one gulp and walk away. Make it like a kind of mantra that you want to study and let it be part of you. Because from there, you will then come up with your own approach about implementing this strategy of preeminence. I cannot overemphasize it. It's the foundation for everything. Because I told you the mindset is number 1. And strategy of preeminence is the foundation for the pillar number 1. Now we are going to lay the 5 blocks on top of that foundation. If you are still with me right now and you understand what I'm talking about, give me S. Yes, Zig Ziglar. Exactly. But he is still senior to Zig Ziglar. Okay? So, Zig Ziglar himself says it in his own trainings. He got training from J. Abraham. Okay? So, thank you guys. Now, let's go to the blocks that will mold that pillar number